Don't you just hate competition? And why shouldn't you? Because competition keeps thinning your margins until a point where it's no longer viable for you to survive in your market, right? Welcome back to my channel, and in this 2-Minute Tuesdays we're going to talk about why you shouldn't actually hate your competition, because they keep you on your toes. And competition is a beast that you have to be quite mindful of, because you have to realize your customers don't just have a choice between different vendors and suppliers like yourselves, but they also have a choice whether or not to buy that product in the first place, because you're competing for their wallet size as well. One of the comments that stood out from one of my previous videos was, "Hey Gulraj, my competition is thinning my margins over time, then I don't think then it's viable for me to even survive in this market." Don't you worry. I'm Gulraj Shahpuri. I'm a business coach and I'm a leadership trainer, and I've helped countless people get out of the red and back to the black, and I'll tell you, it's about mindset more than anything else. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to tell you how to separate yourself in a price competitive market. Here's the first thing you have to do. You have to make sure you become a brand. Now, even in a price competitive market, people like to buy from a brand. Let's take Samsung for example. Now, when the economy tanks, people still want to buy a good branded phone. They'll still buy a cheaper version of a Samsung, let's say, than to jump ship to a brand that they say, well, I've never heard of this, but it's got great features. People don't trust that. People will trust you when you're a brand, because in this day and age, it's super important to realize that, look, it's not the certificates you have on the wall and all those credentials. You can become a brand just like that nowadays, and you have to read this book called Known, because it's going to teach you the tricks of getting from 0 to 100 right away. Number 2, you have to stand out on service. When people are buying your product or your service, they have to understand what separates everybody else from you is they get you as part of the deal. When you come along in the deal, people realize that, you know what, he or she is going to stand behind my product, and nobody can quantify the level of service you can give, because if you give unsurpassed service compared to everybody else, and the market knows it, people are going to pay more even if they can get a cheaper product, because remember, nobody ever wants the cheapest. They always want a good value for money. Number 3, you have to become the vendor of choice. You have to become the person that is the repeat business go-to person. You see, what happens is when people are buying over and over again, they don't care about who the cheapest is. They don't want the headache of saying, okay, we're usually buying from this person, but we'll buy from this person. No, they just want to place the order because they know they get what they expect. Like McDonald's. Why do we like McDonald's and other fast foods? Because we always know we get a standardized product for a standardized price with a standardized service. It's always exactly what you expect, and this is why people will buy from you, because you are the repeat vendor of choice. And number 4, keep your friends close and keep your competition closer. Learn from your competition, study your competition, know their strategy, and do everything better than them. Your competition is not going to be your competition anymore. Why? Because the client will figure it out. The client knows when you are 10% better than somebody else, they don't understand exactly which point you were better at them, but they will understand that the cumulative effect really adds up. And I'll tell you what it means. Let's say if there's 10 parameters a client is going to measure you on. If on all 10 of them you're about 10% better than your competitor, your magnitude's better than your competitor, and everybody is going to see this. Time's up. Bonus tip. Get your clients to understand your emotional values that you bring. Use your words to add emotional value to your product or service, and here's how. Tell your client maybe that, you know what, when you buy this product, you're going to fall in love all over again with this and this and this. When you use words like this, when you are verbally adept and you're using the right phrases and words, your client will have no choice than to buy from a person that adds emotion to it, because there's something different about you. Let's summarize. Number 1, build a brand. Number 2, give extraordinary service so they realize that with their product or service, they get you. Number 3 is repeat business, become their vendor of choice so they keep coming back to you over and over again. Price won't matter to them anymore. And number 4 is keep your friends close, but keep your competition even closer. Do everything better than your competition is doing, and they will have no choice than to all come to you. If you're facing a unique situation with your competition, do write it in the comments below. My team and I, we love to read the comments, and we are going to help you out. If you got value out of this video, make sure you hit the like button so I can get to know. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And lastly, go to imeanbusiness.com to get tons and tons more information on how to run an extraordinary business and how to lead an extraordinary life.